Alright, so hello guys, so my name is Prayoga, and here I'd like to talking about early bilingualism and also the teaching English for young learner, which is irresistible content about my videos. It's about early bilingualism, key principles and characteristic of early bilingualism, and also I'm gonna talking about the TFL, which is it also about the keep and also the principle and characteristic of TEYL. And here is the first one, early bilingualism. It is an ability of children to speak in two languages since they are in young age. It also indicates as a early bilingualism in range of age from birth until preschooler, or in also can be said as in kindergarten. And here is the key principle about the early bilingualism, which is the first one is providing a comprehensible input, and then the second one is make it a habit as mother tongue. It's mean like the parent really take an important role in making the key principle of the children. And then the second one is the characteristic. The characteristic, of course, as I said before, the children should be able to speak in two languages in very young age, also even when they in very birth. And most of them were able to speak in range of 1 until 5 years old, and also have the abilities, but both aren't equal. It's mean like their mother tongue and their second languages, it's not as equal. It can be one of them can be better than the other one. And next I'm gonna talk about the TEYL, which is it's mean like teaching English for young learner is a subject of course that create to introduce us as a teacher to the practice and theory of teaching English as a foreign language, or EFL, to young learner in range of 3 until 10 years old through engaging video and also the practical reading. And here's the benefit about the teaching English for young learner, which is first explaining the reason for teaching English for young learner in very young age. And second one is use effective approaches and technique appropriate for young learner in EFL classroom. The third one is develop appropriate activities for teaching the vocabularies, grammar, and the four skill listening. With four skill, it's such including with listening, speaking, reading, writing to young learners. And then next is the benefit also can describe your learning environment and develop a listen. We also may create a good atmosphere for young learners in our context. The next is apply best practice for teaching English young learner to the local context through the classroom observation of a peer. It also means like we may assess the right method or strategies that we're gonna use to teach the young learners. And last one is about the benefit is develop yourself professionally in field of teaching English young learner by practicing in an international online learning community and preparing an action plan or training plan to share your new knowledge and skill with other teaching English young learner professionals in their local community. And also beside of all the benefit, we also can share about what strategies are we gonna use in teaching English young learner to the others in a community, in international community. Right. So here's the key principle of uh, teaching English young learner, which is the first one is know your learner. It's mean like we have to know our student abilities. The first is teach and learn basic information about their student, families, uh, language, culture, or even the educational background to prepare the right method of teaching. This is important for us to knowing about the abilities of our student. And then the next one is create a condition for language learning, which is it is about how teacher create a good atmosphere, motivate learner, and make them feel comfortable in class. So great condition or comfort condition in class make student may feel like they can be do better in the class if we make create a good atmosphere. And then adapt the lesson. In this part, teachers should be able to continually assess every aspect, such as observing, reflecting the learner's response, and also to determine what the learner have. Alright, the next is about the characteristic. The first is young learner are usually have their own ways to increase their independence and consideration in learning. Do they as a enthusiast creature to learn themselves by some ways. And then the second one, most of the young learner are totally in stage in physical and mental movement while learning. However, it doesn't exist for long term. Do they still can consider their concentration? It means like they may concentrate, but it's only on a few, only in a few or in short term. The next is group interaction. Is best way to teach the young learner with bunch of game or communication instead of self-centered learning. This is also important for us to knowing which is the young learner mostly love to communicate with their friend, while if we give them the self-centered learnings, they might be feel annoyed or bored frequently. And the fourth one is this is the best age which learner might memorize effectively as long last of memory. I mean, this means like in this range of age, the learner can memorize everything because they don't have something really serious to think about except than their study for now. Alright, so that's all about my presentation. Thank you for your nice attention. Thank you.